Okay, in the last class we were discussing about classical production function, and you have understood the typical nature of TPP, how it used to be, average physical product per, marginal physical product per, and in addition to that we have discussed even how the elasticity of production used to be. And in the last class we have stopped where that how best this classical production function can be understood, means it is possible through what we call it as zoning, and we have divided this entire classical production function into three zones: first zone, second zone and third zone. First zone, it started from the origin and it ends at the point wherein MP will be equal to AP, and the second zone starts from the same point and it ends at that level of input use wherein corresponding MP will be 0, and the level of input use which will going to be a negative MP. Okay, that part of production function or that zone we call it as third zone. Okay, so this much we did. Now a simple question may arise in your mind that why we did this zoning. What is the need of zoning the classical production function? A simple answer for that is the very interest of us is to know about the optimum level of resource use, or what we call it as optimum level of output production. That means what we are actually interested in is we are interested in finding, in determining that level of resource use which will going to give the farmer maximum profit. Okay, that means we are interested in determining optimum level of resource use or optimum level of output production. Okay, how? See here, if we consider the x-axis, then we can decide what should be the level of input that farmer should have to apply. Because we are dealing with a single variable input which is being applied on the fixed factor line, now farmer should have to make a decision that how much that he should have to apply such that his profit will be maximum. In another way around, it can be answered in this way. That means how much of output that he should have to produce, which will be referred when we consider the y-axis. Okay, what should be the optimum level of output that he should have to produce, or what should be the optimum level of input that he should have to use, such that his profit will be maximum. So in order to determine this optimum level of resource use or optimum level of output production, this zoning is must. Okay, so once we categorize this entire production function into three zones, now we can understand how actually the TPP, APP and MPP will going to behave in each of these zones, and it will going to give a sort of clue, okay, for us that whether farmer should have to stop or whether farmer has to continue application of inputs, or whether farmer should have to stop production of that particular activity or whether he should have to continue production of that activity. Okay.
Go.
Okay, now we will study the characteristics of each of these zones. Okay, first we will consider the first zone. Okay, what we need to consider is we need to consider the characteristics of these three curves. How TPP is behaving, how MPP is behaving, how APP is behaving, and what used to be the value of EP. Okay, if you consider TPP, that is total physical product curve, in the first zone, okay, up to this particular stretch, supposing if you consider it increases at increasing rate, okay, for a while it increases but at a decreasing rate. Okay, this used to be the characteristics of TPP. That means it increases at increasing rate. We can say for the greater portion, okay, in the first zone, it increases at increasing rate. At the end of the zone, it increases but at decreasing rate. Okay. So what we can say is, supposing if I make use of input, if farmer applies input, then the product what he is getting, resulting to product, it is increasing. At the end, it is increasing but at a decreasing rate. It is a good sign on the part of farmer that he should have to continue production. Okay. Then what is the characteristics of MPP? If we consider MPP throughout the zone, you can see that it increases at increasing rate, it reaches its maximum, then it exhibits what we call it as falling trend. Okay, that means in the first zone, the very characteristics of MPP is that it increases at increasing rate, okay, and reaches its maximum. Thereafterwards, it starts declining. Okay. So it is also a good sign. It is also a positive sign on the part of farmer because MPP is still positive. If MPP is positive means, in the sense, the applied input will going to add something to the output. Okay. So it seems to be a positive point on the part of farmer, okay, that he can think of continuing application of input or production of that particular output. Okay. Now if we consider APP, you can see here APP it increases throughout the zone. Okay. At the end of the zone, it will going to reach its maximum. Okay. APP increases at increasing rate. Okay. Throughout the zone. Then it reaches its maximum. Okay. Now if we consider elasticity of production used to be more than 1. Okay. At the end of the first zone, supposing if you consider elasticity of production will going to become 1. Okay, that means elasticity of production will be more than 1. What it implies? Elasticity means percentage change in input. Okay, because of that, what used to be the resulting percentage change in output? Okay. Percentage change in output due to percentage change in input, if it is more than 1, it is considered to be as a positive sign on the part of farmer that he should have to continue application of input. Okay. All the curves, it may be TPP, MPP or APP, all are exhibiting positive sign. Okay. That farmer should have to continue application of input. Okay. Farmer should not have to stop production at this particular zone because TPP is increasing, APP is increasing, MPP it has just started decreasing, and EP is more than 1 throughout the zone. At the end it has become 1. Okay. Now what used to be the significance of this TPP and APP? Now you need to understand, because what should be the actual value? What should be the actual trend of TPP? What it should be? Whether it should be increasing throughout, whether it should increase at increasing rate, whether it should increase at decreasing rate. What should be the actual trend of this TPP and APP? That you need to understand. Okay, TPP it signals. Okay, TPP actually it signals technical efficiency. Okay, TPP actually indicates technical efficiency of fixed resource. Okay, in our case the fixed resource is land. Whether farmer is efficiently utilizing that land or not will be indicated by the very nature of this TPP. If it is exhibiting increasing trend, means still there is lot of potential that land is having which can be tapped. How best the potential of a fixed resource can be tapped? It can be tapped through application of variable input. Okay, so if TPP is exhibiting increasing trend, whether it is at increasing rate or decreasing rate, both used to be a positive sign. Okay, what it implies? It implies that still fixed resource has got a lot of potential which can be tapped by farmer, and it can be tapped through application of variable input. Okay, and what does APP indicates? APP reflects technical efficiency of variable resource. Okay, the variable resource what we have considered, its technical efficiency will be indicated by this APP, and we always expect that this technical efficiency should be a positive figure. Okay, it should have to keep on increasing, it should never decrease. Okay, technical efficiency in the sense that lesser input should be used, okay, to produce more output. Okay, then only we can call that condition as efficient. That means if at all if you want to produce more with a less input, then we call that condition as efficient. If you are making use of more input and if you are producing less output, means we can easily say that particular farmer as inefficient. Okay, in terms of resource usage, which is not a good sign. Okay, now in case of first zone, as TPP and APP both are increasing, it clearly indicates that still the very potential of variable resource as well as fixed resource is remain untapped. That means farmer, he should not stop production in this particular zone. That means he should never stop in this particular zone in terms of input application. That means he should have to go beyond this zone. Okay, or he should have to produce beyond this zone. Okay, the first zone. If not, we call him as irrational. Okay, this zone is called as irrational. Why the first zone is called as irrational means because it is irrational on the part of farmer if he not move out of this zone. Okay, if he remains in the first zone, it becomes an irrational decision. Okay, he should have to move out of this zone because all the curves, that is the product curves, they are giving a positive sign that farmer should have to continue input application. Okay, so this is about first zone.
Go.
Okay, now what we will do is we will understand what used to be the characteristics of MPP, APP and TPP as well as EP in the third zone. Okay, it used to be a bit interesting. Okay, if you consider a TPP, okay, if you consider TPP, you can see that TPP is exhibiting a declining trend or diminishing trend. That means TPP curve has started exhibiting declining trend or it is decreasing. Is it not? Which is not a good sign. That means added input is yielding lesser and lesser output. Okay, which is not a good sign. And if you look into the MPP, okay, here MPP at this particular point at the beginning of the third zone, it used to be 0. Thereafterwards it becomes negative. That means if a farmer uses additional unit of input, rather adding something to the output, it will going to reduce the output what he has realized from the usage of previous unit, which is not a good sign. That means MPP has become negative in the third zone, which is not at all a good sign. Okay, that means there is no rational in usage of that particular level of input. Okay, farmer, he should not have to use that level of resource beyond this point because it will not going to add, rather it will going to reduce. That means if a farmer operates in this particular zone, no doubt we can say that he will going to incur what we call it as double loss. Double loss in the sense, one thing is that there used to be reduction in output than the previous unit of input application. Okay, this is one type of loss. And second type of loss is towards purchase of input. Okay, purchase of that additional unit of input, whatever the expenses that farmer is making. Okay, it is a second loss. So it is considered to be as double loss. It is considered to be as double loss if farmer used to operate in this particular zone. Okay, and if you look into the AP, okay, if you look into the characteristics of APP, okay, APP started exhibiting declining trend. Okay, it is decreasing. What it reflects? If TPP and APP are decreasing, means farmer used to be what? Technically inefficient. Okay, with respect to inefficient with respect to usage of both the resources, that is variable and fixed resources, which is not at all a good sign. Okay, and next thing is that if you consider the value of EP, it will be negative. Okay, it will be less than 0. If you consider all these characteristics, you can easily say that it is not rational on the part of farmer to operate in this particular zone. So third zone is considered to be as irrational. Okay, if these two zones are considered to be as irrational, means some zone should be there which can be rational, is it not? So that the zone used to be rational, that is the second zone. Now you need to understand why the second zone used to be rational. Okay, if first and third zones used to be irrational, means then some zone should be there which used to be rational, that used to be the second zone. Okay, now we will understand what are the characteristics of the second zone. Okay, TPP, supposing if you consider, you look into the characteristics of TPP in this particular zone. Okay, it starts from that particular point of input use wherein EP will be equal to 1 and it ends at that point wherein the EP used to be 0. Okay, so if you look into the nature of TPP, it is increasing but at a decreasing rate. Okay, it increases at decreasing rate. What it indicates? It clearly indicates that still technical efficiency of fixed resource is positive. That means still fixed resource has got enough potential. Okay, fixed resource has got enough potential which need to be tapped, because technical efficiency used to be a positive figure. Okay, and if you look into the MPP is falling. Okay, MPP is falling, but still it is positive. That means the added input will going to add something to the output. It has not stopped adding something to the output. That means it has not become 0. At the end of this particular zone, it will going to become 0 in the sense it will not going to add anything to the output. Okay, that means in this particular stretch, the added input will going to add something to the output. Okay, because MPP, though it is falling, but it used to be a positive figure. Okay, if you consider APP is also exhibiting decreasing trend. Okay, APP is also decreasing. What it implies? It implies that technical efficiency of variable resources falling, which is not a good sign. If we look into APP, technical efficiency is decreasing. That means farmers should not have to use variable resource anymore. But if we look into the TPP, what it indicates? Still, the very potential of fixed resource is not yet tapped. How best we can tap the potential of fixed resource? We can tap the potential of fixed resource only through application of variable resource. Though APP is falling in the second zone, but it is positive, hence it is feasible or it is rational on the part of farmer to continue input application, because TPP is increasing. Technical efficiency of fixed resource is still positive. Farmer should have to tap the potential of fixed resource. Okay, so looking into these characteristics, and if you look into the value of EP, it has not become negative, is it not? That means EP, it ranges between 0 to 1. Okay, that means the percentage change in input will going to increase output, which used to be in this range. Okay, it used to be in the range of 0 to 100%. Try to understand, all these are considered to be as a positive sign. Okay, the only thing is that APP, it signals that farmer should not have to continue input application. The reason why he should have to continue input application is TPP is still positive. So from this we can say that farmer, he should not stop application of input or production of output in the first zone. If he stops, then we call him as irrational. So he should have to move out of this zone. And another thing is that farmer should not have to operate in the third zone because it is irrational. Because MPP is negative, TPP is declining, APP is declining, EP has taken a negative value. So none of the characteristics is favorable. So he should not operate in this zone and he should not stop operating in this zone. Okay, he should have to move out of this zone. Then where he should have to operate? That clearly indicates that he should have to operate in this particular zone. That particular zone we call it as rational zone. Now, final answer to our basic question, that where he should have to stop input application. Now, we have come to a conclusion that farmer, he should have to continue application of this level of input, this level, this level, this level. He should have to keep on continuing input level, application of input level beyond this zone. Okay, he should not have to apply beyond this zone. That means somewhere he should have to apply input in this particular zone. Now the question is where actually that he should have to stop input application. Okay, now we should have to decide that level of x. Okay, that level of x within this range, which will going to bring him maximum profit, or what level of output that he should have to produce such that his profit will be maximum. That basic question we call it as determination of optimum level of resource use or optimum level of output production. Okay, that we will understand.